Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up, you guys? How are you doing tonight? It is late, and I just came on here to just give y'all guys a word. You cannot trust everyone. So today, someone still carries moving and hauling. We did a job today. So, okay, I got one of my workers to come with me. I gave him the shirt. You know, um, just made him feel comfortable and all of those things. So when we get to the job, we did the job, we was cleaning up. He was kind of rushing. And I said, look, his name is Danny. I said, you cannot rush these type of jobs, Danny, because my name is on the line. You know what I'm saying? This is my company and I want it done right. So, as we was doing it, I was going behind them and cleaning a couple of things. Like they basically wanted the baseboards clean and the vent. So, but other than that, they wanted everything clean, like the kitchen, the stove, the refrigerator, like everything in the kitchen, wiped down. It wasn't a big mess, but they just wanted things wiped down and they wanted the floors done and the baseboards done. So as we was going along doing the work, I noticed that he was just rushing and he was like, we should be upstairs by now. I said, no, we shouldn't. We got to get this done first before we go upstairs. So, we was getting that done and then I was going behind him doing work, which I don't like to do. If I have someone working and I'm paying them, I don't want to go back and over you and do your work. I want you to do it and do it correctly. But of course, he was, rushing. And, so I said, well, I don't think I'm going to get you to do no work like this before. When I get work at my house, like cutting out the tree out back or, doing certain things in my home, then I'll get you to work. But work like this, I can't get you to do because he was real snappy, and I never seen him like that before. So I'm saying, okay. I said, I can't get you to do work with me when I'm working on people's homes. First instinct. So we kept working and we got upstairs and we worked upstairs and we were doing good. Again, I was going over his work when we was in the downstairs in the basement. So we went upstairs, we started doing the work, this, that, and the other. I'm noticing that I still have to go over his work because they wanted the vent clean and I didn't want to see no dust in the vent. If that's what they said that they want particular done, then I'm gonna make sure it's done right because I am the boss. So I have to go over things to make sure it's right. He said, "Oh, I done this work before and several times and this, that, and the other. And they left me and they came back. It was done." No, that is not this job. This job, they are here and they want their job done right. Please, do it right, or I won't work with you no more. So anyway, we finished the job. We done a great job. Um, he went outside, and I still was touching up things, which I don't like to do. Again, I like you to do it and do it right. So while I was touching up things, he was outside. So I told the people that I was finished. They came upstairs, and they even gave me a tip because they said the work was good. They gave me a tip. So okay, I paid him and paid him good, and he, when I dropped him off, he went back and told them that he'd do work and this, that, and the other, basically backstabbing me. That's what I called it. And that's what the man called it because he never knew that the man was going to tell me what he did because we real cool. The person who I work for, I won't say his name, but we, been knowing each other. We help each other out. And, with different information, we help each other out. Even his wife, helped me out with my paperwork today because I went back later on. So when he was texting me Danny's number. So I thought that the phone was crossed or The phone was, mm, I don't know, because you know how sometimes two people be on the same kind of wavelength. That's what I thought. So I kept on pressing the button, thinking that it was his wife, pressing the number that he sent me, and it kept being Danny. So Danny kept answering the phone, and he said, "Oh, what's up, Lisa?" And this and that. I said, "Oh, nothing." I said, "I wonder why your number is crossed with his number," but it wasn't crossed. When I called the person who I was working for, he told me he was sending that number for a reason. So the reason why he was sending me that number is because he didn't know that number. He didn't know that number, so he was letting me know that he know that number now. Basically, because Danny went back and gave him his number and told him to call him if he need work done. Like, ain't that a backstabber? Like, you got paid good, you got treated good, so that's what you do? So when I called him, he said, "You need to get rid of him." And I wait, couldn't wait to use Shawnee O'Neal's fragrance. Not her fragrance, I apologize. Her slogan, Shawnee O'Neal, when she told Brandy, "Your service is no longer needed." So I called Danny and he was like, "I'm partying." Of course you partying with the money that I gave you. So he said, "I'm partying. I don't want to talk about this right now." I said, "Well, check this out. Your services is no longer needed." I could have cussed them out and fussed them out, but I didn't want to do that. So I just told him that his services is no longer needed. Now, if I need something done, I'll let him help me cut the trees out back, do little certain jobs. But as far as going to somebody's home, because you never supposed to go back to nobody home knocking on their door. Them people don't know you. And that's what he said. The man that I work for said, "I don't know that man. He came here with you. And you need to," because he's helping me with my business also. He said that you need to get rid of him because he's a backstabber. So I just said all this to say that you can't trust everybody. You can't even trust people that work for you. You see what he did? He just went back, knocked on those people's door, and said, "I do this work, I do that work." If he would have told me when I was with him, like, "Okay, Lisa, could I ask them such and such?" Then that would have been okay. But the fact that you went back and knocked on those people's door on your own, that's a problem. And any job that I do, you might do that same thing. So your service is no longer needed. And again, you can't trust everybody. Love y'all. Smooches.